Hello, hello. Welcome to the show of the century. It's Explain Capital Markets to your grandmother. I mean, we are bringing you capital markets into the layman language. Now, my name is Lyn Tukei and I am the grandmother specifically for this show. But when I'm not wearing this hat, I actually serve at the Capital Markets Authority as the PR and Communications Manager. Now, today we are joined by the Chief Executive Officer of the Capital Markets Authority. She also sits on a number of boards like the Bank of Uganda and the Insurance Regulatory Authority. There's so much that she has to say about herself. It's just that I cannot be able to put it all in one go. And that is why I brought her here, so you can understand and get it from the horse's mouth. She is the regulator. Let her tell us about the capital markets in a layman's perspective to me as a grandmother. Yes, do not be deceived. It may not be the look, but I am the grandmother on this show. So, welcome. Hi, Josephine.
Hi, Lyn. How
How
are you?
are you?
I'm great.
Yes. Guys, I must put a disclaimer. She's my boss, but on this show, I'm going to. We shall act it out. Tell us about yourself. I mean, what do you love doing apart from capital markets? I mean, it can't be just that.
Well, where do I start? Where do
Yeah.
I start? So I'll start with what I'm passionate about. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm an accountant.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a
Mhm.
professional accountant. And
Oh, by the way, I didn't mention she's actually the past president of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants here in Uganda.
yes, so that accountancy was my first love. So really, yes. What else do I like doing?
Do you
am
like
I?
dogs?
I have 4 dogs. I have 4 Maltese dogs. Very
Maltese.
cute. Yes,
Oh, those are my
4 Maltese.
favorite.
Yes, I have 4 Maltese dogs.
Nice.
And what else do I like doing? By the way, I'm a mother. I have 3 daughters.
Aww.
Do you want to know the ages?
Yes, please tell
Oh,
us.
yes, 29.
No way.
Oh, yes,
No way.
29, 24, and 18. Oh, yes.
Aww.
Yes, I have
You
3
gave birth
beautiful
young.
daughters. So the young men out there, you better see me. Yeah, yes. And what else do I like doing? I like cars.
I know you love cars.
Yes, I like cars.
You love cars.
And fast cars, by the way. I don't like this.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, real cars.
So
Yeah.
you actually go into a fast car and drive, like you don't even fear.
Yes. It's just that our roads here don't
Yes,
allow you to
yes.
really
I was about to
explore
ask you.
the capability of the car. But
Yeah. What's your favorite car? Your favorite fast car?
of course, it has to be the Mercedes-Benz G-Class.
Okay.
What other car beats that one? Yes.
Nice.
But I also like I like people. I like to interact with people.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, because if this world without people, what would it be?
Yeah.
Yeah, even now with all this AI and coming in,
You still need to
the
interact.
human is still important. The human is still
Yes.
important.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you say you're an introvert or an extrovert?
Surprise, surprise! All the tests say I'm an introvert. Oh yes, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And you're a lover of people.
Yes.
Okay.
A lover of people doesn't mean that I should be
Everywhere.
partying all the time
making
and
noise.
yeah. But I just love to interact with people. I think.
What makes you an
very
introvert? I've never pictured you as an introvert.
Well,
You just love your space.
life is full of surprises, isn't it?
Okay, that
Yes.
brings us to the next section of our segment. And we're really here to understand capital markets to a layman. You know, for a long time, capital markets has been like something of the elite, people who have gone to school, studied economics, accountants. Myself, I didn't study any of that, but I work for the CMA. Some of the big concepts that I thought were big were actually not big. It's just that I never brought myself to actually listen and understand. But for those out there that do not have the luxury that some of us have to come and work for such an institution or to be with the, people that have studied economics and be in their midst and get to know some of these things. I mean, there are so many words we throw around: stocks, bonds, shares. And you're like, what is this? Now, capital market in itself is just like on its own, like capital markets. What is that? And if you explain it to your grandmother in the village, what would you tell her?
So, what is capital markets? Maybe we'll start. What is a market? Yeah, a market is a place where people who have goods to sell take the goods there, and those who want to buy meet. So it's a meeting place. Just like how you go to the market, you buy tomatoes, it is priced, right?
Yeah.
So for capital markets, it's actually a place where people are looking for money to grow their businesses. And those who have the money bring it there. And there are different ways. Yeah, it's just like you go to the market when you're looking for nakati. The person who has nakati has brought it to the market. Yeah, and then you exchange. So even in the capital markets, capital is really a term that is used for money that you put into a business.
Okay.
To support your business to grow. Okay? So you have people who have money, who have made their money and they've saved it, but they want that money to grow. Yeah? So it could even be someone in the market who has made their profit. But they want that money they want to multiply that money. Yeah? So instead of putting it back in the business, it's, they might want to put it somewhere else.
Okay.
But they still want their money to grow. So the capital markets provides that opportunity, because in the capital markets, there are people who are looking for money.
Okay.
So those of you who have money, bring it to the capital markets, and those who need the money will take that capital market based on an agreement, on what you agree, on how they want to take that money. And that can take the form of one. Someone can decide that I need money to grow my business, and I'm willing to give you a portion of my business so that when I make profits, we share. Okay? So that person will come and tell you, Lyn, give me money, I put in my business, I make the money, we share the profits, I give you. And when they share the profits, that is what we call dividends. So when they give you that portion of the business, we call that a share. So you buy a share, he will say, maybe for each share in my business, give me 100 shillings. And and out of those 100 shillings, whenever I make profit, I will share with you the profit. Yeah? So that in that way, your money is growing, is actually working for you. And even at a point where you get tired and you say, Katina, I'm not interested in this business, you have the opportunity to sell that to somebody else. Yeah? So that all happens in the capital markets. Another way that the capital markets work is I want to borrow money. I don't necessarily want to give you a share of my business, but I want to borrow your money. Yeah? Just like how you go to the bank and you borrow money and they'll give you, they will charge you interest. Even here, I can come to the capital markets and I tell people out there that I need to borrow money from you. If I borrow the money, I'll give you interest of, say, maybe 12%. Yeah? But I want to borrow this money like for 10 years. Yeah? But during the 10 years, I'll be paying you, depending, maybe every 6 months or every year, I'll give you interest. I'll give you that 16%. And then at the end of the 10 years, I will be able to pay it back. Wow. So this is what we call bonds.
Wow.
Okay? Then, also in the capital markets is where I have my little money, and there are many of us who have small amounts, 10,000, 20,000. Then there are items that we call unit trusts. So each of us will buy a unit of that trust. We have a unit trust manager who manages that money for us. So all of us bring our small money, 10, 20, 100,000. We pull it together in a unit trust. Now this unit trust manager invests it for us, and then we share, and then he gives us the interest, the money that he has made on our behalf. And then he takes off a small amount for his fees. Now this unit trust manager is monitored by the Capital Markets Authority. Yeah, so we are like the supervisor within the capital markets to make sure that people are behaving properly, they are not cheating. Yeah. So those are some of the avenues that you can be able to participate. Even this government, when you see always government puts out these things where they call treasury bills and treasury bonds. That's really government coming to the public and borrowing. And once they borrow this money, they use it for roads, they use it for hospitals, they use it to pay government workers who work in these places. So government also comes to the public and they borrow money. When we say treasury bills, we are borrowing money for up to 1 year. So government can borrow for 3 months, for 6 months, which is 180 days, or for 365 days, which is a year. And then they pay you back your money. Or they can borrow for 10, 20, 25 years. But they will keep paying you the interest as government. So government also is a very, very active participant in the capital markets.
Wow.
So really, in terms, it's a place where people exchange money. Yeah, money works for others. Yes. Just like any other market where we exchange goods and goods, even the capital markets, it's really about money.
So basically you're saying money can make you money.
Absolutely. While you sleep, the money is making money. Oh, yes.
Is that why they call, I've also heard some people say money markets.
Yes, so money markets is like a product of the things in the capital market. So the treasury bills that you see is money markets. The bonds that we talk about is money markets.
Yes, because there is an exchange of money.
Yes.
I'm buying and selling money.
Money, and money is making more money.
Hi.
Yes. And to participate in the capital markets, you need just 10,000 shillings. You can join, for example, a unit trust.
Yes.
Yes, so you can start with your 10,000 to test and see how does it work. Even the treasury bills and the bonds, you start with 100,000.
Okay, but for me, my money is in the bank. I think it's making for me money.
Actually, to invest, you need to get your banker.
Yes.
And an investment advisor, and you move that money from the bank. How much the bank give you? The bank also gives you interest. But you don't want to put your money all in one pot. So you need to distribute it around.
Okay.
Yes, it's called diversification.
Okay.
To manage the risk. Yeah, we've seen that some.
So I can have some money in the
bank, then you have some money in the capital markets,
trust.
in a unit trust. You have some money where you bought shares. You have some money where you put in government bonds to diversify, because each of them have different characteristics. Now, if you buy a company, you have to be willing to wait. Because it's long term, the company needs to grow and make money, then they share the money with you. So for the shares,
so I put in that money, not expecting
not
return
expecting
now.
to get it tomorrow. But now if you put it in unit trusts, the unit trust, you can say, now I'm saving for school fees. So you keep putting there for school fees, for school fees. When it's school fees time, you go and withdraw. But it would have made a little bit more money instead of just keeping it.
How much does it make?
Right now for unit trust, you can get up to about 10% interest per annum for the unit trusts. So depending on which unit trust manager that you choose.
Okay.
Yeah. And for the bonds, which if you're getting government bonds, which is longer term, you can even get up to 15% because of the time, the duration, the time that they're going to keep your money for. But every 6 months, you keep getting interest, which interest you can use or you can put it back. Yeah. So
I get interest every day. I put in my money in a unit trust, for example.
In a unit trust, and it keeps compounding or growing.
Yes.
Yes.
And then who is the unit? Okay. How do I make sure that my money is safe?
Okay, so now you have to first get an investment advisor, someone who will tell you and help you choose. Yeah. So these investment advisors understand all these products. And they also they analyze all these players in the market, who are licensed by Capital Markets Authority.
Of course, now
and then they will explain to you, and then they will be able to guide you to choose where you want to put your money. But just know that everybody who's playing in the capital markets has to be licensed by the Capital Markets Authority. And before we license, we do a number of things. One, we ensure that the company is a going concern and will be able to run for the time. Yeah? It's a going concern and it's sustainable, and it will handle your money well. Secondly, the individuals who are in that company, we do also do a due diligence to make sure that they are fit and proper. They are not people who have committed frauds elsewhere.
So you check on them to see.
Yes, we check on them to see that they have a clean record to allow them to start handling people's money, because handling people's money is about trust. Yes. And then also we try and educate people what to expect, and also what kind of things what kind of questions to ask when they are sitting with these people who are the players in the capital markets, the investment advisor, the fund managers, so that they understand the products properly. So when they go there, they know exactly what they are looking for. Nobody's going to try and hoodwink them or deceive them. Yes. So we do that public education to ensure that people understand the capital markets, and when they go there, they have a pretty good idea of what they are getting into.
So what if I am scammed? Because sometimes I will put my money and I don't know that this is the place where to put my money. Does that mean that I should only look out for only those ones that have a license from the Capital Markets Authority?
Absolutely. Before you give you give anyone your money, if they are claiming that they are in the capital markets area, yeah, ask them, are they licensed? And also do your own independent check. You can go to the website or you can call. We have a toll-free line now. You can call and say that there's this person, they are telling me about capital markets. Do you know them? And then we'll tell you whether we know them or we don't know them.
Oh, wow.
Because if they are licensed, we'll definitely know them. Because we inspect them, we supervise them, we visit their premises, we know the people who are working there, yes.
Wow, you had it from the CEO of the Capital Markets Authority herself. She has mentioned what capital markets are. It's just like any other market, except here there are people selling capital and people want to buy capital, and that capital is in form of money. Guys, there is so much to learn here. And I think for us, I think what we have picked up as the grandmothers and grandfathers is that we need to put our eggs in different baskets. Okay, if you have money that you're going to spend, for example, tomorrow, then leave it in the bank. But if you have some saving spirit that you're probably trying to save for your bazukulu for the next year in school fees, try putting it in a unit trust. If you want to again be able to, and I've had shares, you can even put it in your will.
Yes, yes, yes. You can pass on your shares in a company to your children, to your grandchildren. Yes,
yes,
they can be passed on.
So if you want to pass on something apart from land, you can buy a share in one of the listed companies in Uganda on the Securities Exchange, and then we shall be able to have the will passed on to your wazukulu. So there is so much to learn, ladies and gentlemen. I think for me it's just, wow, I did not know that my money can make for me more money.
Absolutely.
And then, so now you have talked about unit trusts, you have talked about shares, you have talked about treasury bills and bonds, but maybe for the benefit of others, what is the difference between a treasury bill and a treasury bond?
So as I said, treasury bill is when government borrows from you for either 3 months, 6 months, and it will be 90 days.
You mean the government can borrow from me?
Oh, yes.
Why?
Government borrows a lot because, you know, the money that we collect as taxes sometimes is not enough. But government needs to continue providing services, yes, to the people. When we are crying that the roads are not good, government needs to find money to fix the roads. When the hospitals are lacking medicine, government needs to find money to buy the medicine. When the students are don't have classrooms, government needs to find money to build those classrooms, you see, and to provide you all those other basic services that you need. So when they don't have money, just like when you don't have money, you go and borrow from your friend, or you go and borrow from the bank. So even government comes and borrows from the public, those people who have money.
And they give
so anything
interest.
less than, yes, and they give you interest. So anything less than, where they borrow for up to 1 year, we call those treasury bills. But now if it's over 1 year, so like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10, 15, now we have 25. Those are now what we call treasury bonds, the ones that are over 1 year.
That means the government has a lot to play in the capital markets.
Absolutely. Government is the one that drives the growth of capital markets.
Wow.
Yes.
So if the capital markets are not growing as much as they should, it's because the government is not borrowing enough.
No, government is borrowing, but they need to put incentives that encourage people to come to the capital markets.
Okay.
But because if you don't encourage people to come to usually people need enticement to come to capital markets.
What are some of those
so for
enticements?
example, some of the enticements is government can, for example, if a company comes to the capital markets, they can say, we'll give you a reduced income tax. You will see that companies will, not many people want to pay a lot of tax.
Why is the company coming to the capital market?
To look for money, to grow their business.
If my company is struggling, I can come to the capital market?
Yes, if you have a viable business and you can show the public and convince the public that this business can grow and it can make money, you can come to the capital markets as long as you have a record to show us how your business has been growing, and we can see that there's potential for it to grow even bigger. you come to the capital markets for money. And you know, when you come and your business grows, you even offer people jobs, you pay more taxes, you see? And that drives the economy to grow. So sometimes you find people are struggling, they don't have money, but they fear to come to the capital markets. Yet there are people who have money and they can give.
So basically you have said I can come to the capital markets if I want to grow my money as an individual, and also if I have a business and it's struggling and it's a viable business and I can show that there are profits in this business, I come to the capital markets and you people help me borrow money from the public.
Yes, you get money from the public. Yes.
So,
and you put in and you can choose whether you want to take it as a debt or you want to give them shares. It's up to you to decide what works for you. Yes.
If I want to give some shares of mine to the public from my company.
Yeah, from your company. You can say, instead of owning 100%, let me give the public 30%.
That's actually very interesting.
Let me give 30%.
And of course, if I give them ownership, that means they're going to make so much noise about my company. So
they will encourage you to work hard. They'll give you good ideas, you know.
And the visibility will be there.
Exactly, because the ideas you have, the ideas of one man cannot outcompete the ideas of, say, 100 men.
So actually, they will come and meet me and we discuss our business.
You'll have what you call annual general meetings. You talk about the business. They also give you ideas on how you can improve that business. Most of them will come even with ideas probably you've not thought about, and your business will even get better.
Because first of all, there will be very many people who have shares in mine. So they will even do word of mouth and they make my business known.
Yes. So instead of you now being alone, for example, talking about your services, now there will be all these guys talking about your company.
And in the annual general meeting is where we meet and discuss what we're going to do the next year.
Absolutely.
How we performed.
How you performed.
Why is it that businesses do not
Sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they don't know these things. And that's why it's important for us to go out there and tell them about these things so that they can appreciate that they should not die alone in their movie. There are people who can come and help them improve their companies.
So as a grandmother, I have learned that today, if I have a business and I want to grow it, I can do it through, you used the word debt or
sell shares. Debt is borrowing money. You can come and borrow the money, pay interest, use it, bring it back.
Debt is I am borrowing money.
Yes, I'm borrowing it, using it, paying you interest, then I give you back your money after some time.
Then equity.
Shares is where I'm giving you part of the company. So you come and become a decision maker. You also become owner. You own part of that company, which you can even pass on to your children and great-grandchildren.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, and share in the profits when the business does well. You share, you benefit. However, also when it does badly, you also share in the losses. Oh, yes.
And it's my business now.
Yes, it is your business also.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have had, for example, MTN and Airtel. I know they are listed on the stock exchange and many other companies. They give you some money like every quarter. They send, my friends have been saying they get messages of money they have received. What is that money?
So that money is now what we call dividends. So when MTN or Airtel or whoever is listed, yes, when they make profits, they share. And it's everyone owns the company. So we share they share the money.
Wow.
So those people who are working in MTN actually are working for the owners of the business. So once they make the profit, they have to return the profit to the owners of the business.
So I can enter that business and say, you people work for me, I am your owner.
Owner. You're a small-time owner, yes, of MTN, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then there are also these nice words I keep hearing: private equity, venture capital, seed funding. What is that?
So now private equity is where a private person or a private organization, without coming to the public, without coming to do an announcement that everybody, come, I'm looking for money. No. This one is just a company. Yes, now this one's just a company. And this particular individual or this particular company, they agree and say that I'm going to invest in your company, and then you agree the terms, whether they are giving you money as a debt, but it's more like a one-on-one. It's not for the whole public. It's a private arrangement.
You get like some people who you think can invest.
And then you agree with them. So that one is a more private
arrangement.
Yes, it's a private. That's why I call it private equity. It's a private arrangement between you between the few of you.
Okay.
Yes.
Then,
And then they invest.
venture capital.
So venture capital are these people who someone has an idea, they fund an idea. So private equity will fund a business that is already in existence, and they're probably going to boost that business. But for venture capital, it's, I have a good idea. Yes, maybe I've developed this product, but I've not tested it. Yeah? So you find someone who loves your idea, and they say, I'll support you with that idea. So they give you money to build that idea and to test it and see whether it can become a viable business. So those are the venture
they believe
capital.
in me and
so
my
they'll
idea.
Yes, they'll believe in you and your idea, and then they will support you to grow that idea into now a full business.
Okay, I
Yes.
think.
So there are people like that who encourage innovators.
Yes. What about, there is now this one, corporate bond.
Now, corporate bond, because we talked about treasury bonds.
Uh-huh.
Treasury bonds is government.
Uh-huh.
Corporate bond is a company. Like now, if you as an you have your company, so for example, ABC Limited,
Yes.
yeah, and I want to come to the capital markets as ABC Limited, that is a corporate bond, yeah, because it's a corporate. You know that a company is a body corporate. They are coming
And
to the
I'm
market
borrowing.
to borrow, and they are borrowing from the public. So that's a corporate bond.
You mean
Treasury is government. Treasury is basically the Department of Treasury of the government is now
so
borrowing.
it's the opposite of treasury bond.
Yes, it's
now
a treasury. It's a treasury bond. It's a bond done by a company. While the bonds done by government are called treasury bonds, while those done by companies are called corporate bonds.
So I can come with, I sell tomatoes on large scale. I can come and say, you people, I need to get more farmers, more farms across the country. I sell this much. I give you a business case and I say, this is, I already have proof that I'm making money. Now, if you believe in me, lend me your money, you people of Uganda, and then I'll be able to pay you
interest,
back.
pay you interest, and I'll pay you back your money after a certain time, either 5 years, 10 years, 20 years.
Wow.
Yes, but I keep paying you the interest. I keep paying you interest.
Do
over a
companies
period
in
that we've
Uganda
agreed.
do this?
Pardon?
Have they issued a corporate bond before here in Uganda?
Oh yes, we've had corporate bonds. Kakira Sugar.
Oh,
Kakira, yeah.
the sugar
Limited.
company?
Yes, the sugar company.
It needed
the sugar
more
that
money.
you drink. Yeah, the Kakira Sugar. They've ever done a corporate bond.
Wow.
Yes.
So these things I be reading in the newspapers, some people have lost money and they have made losses, and yet they have a very good vision for the company. You mean instead of being stranded, they can come to the capital markets?
Yes, they can come to the capital market. They just have to write their story and convince the public to give them money.
Wow.
They must sell their idea to the public, and once the public buys into their idea, they'll give you money. And therefore, for us as capital markets authority, we make sure that you must tell the story completely. Don't deceive the public. You must tell the public the story completely about the company, the good things, the bad things, everything. You must disclose everything about the company to the people you're asking for money.
So meaning I have to be paying taxes? You
have to pay. You have to. If you're supposed to pay taxes, you must show that you've been paying taxes. We don't want to put money in your company, then URA comes and closes the company.
No briefcase.
So you have to show your financials must be audited. The auditor must tell us that these books are correct. The financials of this company as they've presented them are correct. So your books must have been audited by a licensed accountant as well. Yeah, so that the public is confident that when they give you money, you won't run away, or it won't just sink into a hole. When you told them lies. So for us at capital markets, we have to make sure that the information that you're giving them is accurate and complete.
Because if they don't give you complete, then they can even run away with people's money.
So for us, we make sure that the information has to be complete. Everything is disclosed about the company. So when you go there, you have all the necessary information to enable you make a decision.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. As a grandmother, again, I have learned so much. I now know what capital markets is. I know what a treasury bond is, treasury bill, corporate bond, shares, even dividends in shares, unit trusts. Wow. This is so enriching. So I should just not put my money in one basket.
Don't put your money in one basket. Also, don't put your money in these people who want to come and give you and pretend to give you quick money. without explaining to
There's
you.
scams.
Without explaining to you where they are putting the money. Yeah?
And you
see,
can't
they come and
know.
tell you, you give me your money, I'll give you 30% per week. You ask them, where are you making the money from? And does capital markets know that you're coming around asking us for money?
Because they're collecting money from us, the people.
From you, the
and
public.
they are promising us interest.
They're promising
high
you interest. Yeah.
At that.
And yet they've not showed how they are going to get that interest to pay you the 30% per week. Or others will come and give you nice, beautiful things like chicken, that you invest in the chicken will give you 30% per month on the money you've invested in the chicken. How is the chicken turning into the 30% per month? Yeah.
And there are some people who say that their businesses are really doing well. They are maybe in agriculture. So basically what you're saying, if their businesses are really doing well, they should come to the Capital Markets Authority.
Yes, come to the Capital Markets Authority. Come to the get someone who will support them among the players in the capital markets.
Yes.
Because by the way, there are other players in the capital markets. So you have investment advisors. You have stockbrokers.
Brokers?
Yes. So
like the one for houses?
But these ones, now when we say stockbrokers, it is for shares, it is for connecting you.
They connect me to someone who is selling the money.
The money, the share. Those are the stockbrokers. Yes. Then we also have what we call the stock exchanges. Now the stock exchanges is where they're the ones now where the shares are sitting. So if you want to go and buy, you're buying from the stock exchange. So they list these shares on their platforms. Okay. So you'll go and look at their platform and say, so there are shares here in Umeme, there are shares in maybe Quality Chemicals, or there are shares in Uganda Clays, New Vision. I want to buy the ones of New Vision. Now the stockbroker comes in. The stockbroker will say, you want to buy? Let me find someone who wants to sell.
Then they connect you like a broker.
Yes. But also the stock exchange also oversees the stockbrokers. They also have rules. Yeah, to make sure that the transaction goes well, the money moves, and everything happens smoothly in that space. So we have the stock exchanges who we also license as well.
As Capital Markets Authority.
As Capital Markets Authority. Then we talked about unit trusts.
Yes.
So we have people who are the unit trust managers. We also license the unit trust managers. Oh, yes.
Not everyone in the capital markets is a unit trust manager.
No. There are those who are special, who are licensed as unit trust managers.
Okay. Where can we find this information?
It's all on the website.
On
or
the
just call
CMA
CMA.
website.
We have a toll-free line. You just call.
Okay.
Call CMA. They will give you all those who are the people who are unit trust managers. We also have
it's showing on your screen right now.
We also have fund managers where you can just go to a fund manager. You have your money. You don't want maybe to put it in a unit trust, but you have money that you want to invest in different things. You can go to them and say, I have my money. And in those places, you'll find an investment advisor usually who will then tell you, and then they will help you manage your money. Now, those are fund managers.
Wow.
They also get a license from capital markets.
A fund manager is different from a unit trust manager.
Yes. A fund manager can do unit trust, can manage a unit trust, but you can find a fund manager who doesn't necessarily manage unit trust, but they are licensed as a fund manager as well.
This is very rich information.
Then we have dealers. There are also those who deal.
Dealers?
Yes. Yes. So now when you have, like, as we talked about the treasury bills and the treasury bonds.
Yes.
Yes. So or even the corporate bonds. So if you buy a treasury bond and at some point you want to sell it, you want your money, you have some pressing issue that you want to do. So you can go to the dealer, and tell the dealer, I need to sell this treasury bond. Can you also find me someone to buy it? So the dealers also help you.
So a dealer is a corporate entity?
Dealers are usually corporate entities, but they can also we also license individuals under those corporate entities as dealers as well. Yes, because they're the ones, remember that we have what we call now primary dealers. It's the primary dealers mostly who will buy the treasury bills and bonds from government and then sell and then pass it on to individuals. So they will buy on your behalf.
So the other one is primary market now. This one is secondary market.
Yes. Now once you have received from the primary market through your primary dealer, when you want to sell it, you come to what we call the secondary market. Yes. It's just like there are normal, like in normal markets. There are those people who will go and buy from the farmer. Yeah? And then bring to the market, Nakawa and Tinda.
Yes, yes.
Then the Tinda ones also sell.
Sale.
Ah. Yes. Like that.
It's a real market.
Yes, it's a real market.
But a capital market.
Yes.
Okay. So world over, are capital markets working, or is it just in Uganda? Do they make a lot of money, or is it just for try and error?
By the way, the capital markets is what has developed most countries. Because once companies come to the capital markets, yeah, it encourages the private sector to grow. And once your private sector grows, because it's usually those private sector companies that come, government comes through the other bond, but you also have to encourage your companies to grow. Yeah. Once those companies come, they get money. What are they going to do? They are going to create jobs. Yeah. What do jobs do? Jobs put money in people's pockets. And then those people can also now go and buy goods and services. You see how the cycle goes. And then they also pay taxes. Even the companies that are growing are also paying more taxes. So the government now also has more money to do more things, to build more schools, to provide better services. And as more companies come to the capital markets, your economy grows because more jobs are being created, people are making more money, more people are being employed, more people are earning dividends, all those who have invested in those companies, and the money starts to multiply and multiply, and the economy grows. So it's really capital markets is a key driver for economic growth and economic development in a country. Because there's only so much that government can do, but private sector needs to support this economic growth by growing their companies, yes, and therefore increasing the production, increasing the goods and services, so companies can grow and up to the point of where they can produce goods for export. You see?
Yes.
Then all that is economic, growing the economy.
In Uganda, we have had, for example, 1 in 3 or 5 businesses collapse as soon as they start. So if we were able to help them and uplift them through them, doing a corporate bond, or maybe selling their shares to public, we may have many more companies than we have now.
And there are benefits of companies coming to the to the capital markets. You see, because we supervise them and we make sure that everything must be done in the proper way, you'll find even governance. Yeah, they should have good policies that govern the organization. They should be transparent so that the information they provide is accurate. They must have people who are managing things like conflict of interest. So if you look at their governance, for example, their boards, they should be independent people who are helping them to manage that company and keeping them in the straight and narrow and making sure that they're not going to run away. They must pay their taxes. They must comply with all the rules and regulations of the business that they're operating in. They must be licensed. So all these things. So you find that the companies that are on the capital markets are of a good caliber and they are growing. The potential for growth is high. They are sustainable companies and the economy continues to grow.
So what happens when I have a company and it's me and my wife and my child?
Family-owned businesses?
Yes. Yeah, I think I would fear to come.
But even the family-owned businesses, when you come to the capital markets, will advise you. Yes, it's good for you to be as a family, but you can bring a few other people to support you, some other independent people to guide you. Yeah, so you can still retain.
Because I see most business.
You can still retain, but you vary it a little bit by bringing a few independent people who will be independent-minded to tell you when things are not being done okay. Because sometimes as a family you might fear.
Yes.
But you need a few independent people to come and tell you that, by the way, this is not going well. We need to fix this. We need to fix this. So we encourage, when they come to the capital markets, we encourage them to do that. And what does that do? That business will actually outlive you, because you've put in systems and processes that will continue to run that institution even if you're not here. And you and I know that all of us have a certain specific time on this earth. So when we leave, the business should continue, It should continue for your children and your great-grandchildren. Even as your children get old and God calls them, the grandchildren should continue because of the structures that you've put in that company as a result of coming to the capital
markets.
Yes.
Because they're going to expect good governance practices from me.
Absolutely. A company that is well run because you have people's money. And for us as capital markets authorities, we ensure that that money is safe. Yes. So you have to put in procedures and processes that ensure that that business is, that people's money is safe.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow. Thank you so much, Josephine. I have learned so much as a grandmother, and I'm sure everyone watching has also learned. I mean, now as a business, you can be able to raise capital through the capital markets. All you have to do is inquire from the Capital Markets Authority what you need, and I'm sure they have all that you need in terms of requirements on the website at www.cmauganda.co.ug. You'll be able to get what you're required of, but also the exchanges that we have talked about. There are 2 licensed security exchanges in Uganda by the Capital Markets Authority, the Uganda Securities Exchange. We also have Altex. And there are also other unit trust managers, like Josephine has told us, and they are also on our website. Please go check them out. I know there is Sanlam, there is Cornerstone, there is Britam, there is SBG,
Old Mutual
Investment Group,
Jane Africa.
Jane Africa.
Yes, there are a number.
I mean,
ICEA.
ICEA. I think that's it. There are 8.
Yeah.
All those are unit trust managers that you can reach out to actually help you put your money and it grows.
And there are a number of companies also listed. They can go to the. And by the way, when we talk about companies that come, people should not think it's only big companies. Because in the at the Uganda Securities Exchange, there's another segment that is in the growth enterprise market segment for smaller companies. The requirements are not many. The requirements are not many. So even like good big small and medium enterprises can come to the growth enterprise market segment to raise money. It's not only big companies, because you might think it's, New Vision is big, Uganda Clays is big, Quality Chemicals is big, There's MTN is big, Airtel is big, Baroda is big, Stanbic is big. There's a segment for the big ones, but there's also a segment for the smaller ones.
The SMEs.
Yes, now the SMEs who want to grow, have a good business plan, but they're lacking capital.
See, I'm a grandmother, but I know SME.
Now, yeah, so those also can come to the growth enterprise market segment. Yes.
Oh,
so far we have not received anyone. I think they are all fearing, but actually there's that segment for them. I think they've been thinking that, it's only the big companies. No, there's actually a segment for the smaller companies.
Wow.
Yes.
So if you are a small company and you want to raise capital, please come. There is this segment for just small and medium enterprises at the Uganda Securities Exchange. Wow, there is so much to unpack here. And if you have your money in one basket, please try and diversify. I think it's okay to own land. It's okay to
own land.
A savings
but you see, most of us now we want to put our money in land and keep the money maybe in the bank. You see? But you see, land, when you want to sell it, that's when there are no buyers. You see,
and then you sell it at a lower price.
Yes, land can be difficult. It takes time, and then maybe you have an urgent need for school fees. Children must go to school. Yes, but that has been a bad season, so you want to sell the land. Then you're like, now what do I do? There is no buyer appearing. That's why when you say put it in different baskets, you can buy the land. Yes, land also can appreciate, but then put it also in places like unit trusts. Yeah, put some in corporate bonds. Maybe buy shares for longer term. Yeah, so that you spread your eggs.
Yes.
Yes.
And for example, you can participate in the corporate bond market if you believe in the company. Like you might even be an avid client of this company that you trust and know that you know the product from back to back. And so you say, I'm going to put my money here.
Exactly.
And then you expect an interest. So everyone, ladies and gentlemen, can participate in the capital market space. It doesn't matter how old you are. Even for the kids, I think the parents can open for them unit trust accounts. And then they can be able to have their money saved, but as it grows. So that's actually investing. Like you're teaching your children to invest, starting them young. And so, wow, there is so much that We have been able to unpack. I know there's so much more, but for now, this is something that we have learned. Do you have any parting shots, Josephine, to anyone that's watching?
I think for me, the key message is when you want to start to invest, speak to someone who understands capital markets. Speak to an investment advisor. There are very many. And if you check on the website, there is a list of people that will be able to advise you on what to do.
Yes.
As someone who's starting to invest.
Yes.
And also start with a little bit, so as you gain confidence, yeah, put a little bit, understand it, and then put a little bit more as you get comfortable in the capital market space. But it's a place that works. It's a place where everyone can make money. Some people think it's for the rich. No, it's not for the rich. As we said, even as little as 10,000, you can start with on your unit trust. Yes, some people think, it is for educated and learned people. No, even you as a grandmother, you just have to say that I need to invest my money, and all these different players will come to you and explain to you what are the different products that you can invest in. And as you understand them, you then choose which one you want to use and which fits your purpose.
Now, I know I am a grandmother, but when I started producing children, my first child was an economist. And I remember him talking about infrastructure bond. What is that?
It's just a bond. It's just the money is being borrowed for a specific purpose. So what is infrastructure? Infrastructure can be hospitals, roads. It can be power plants. It can be a railway. So when someone comes and says that this is an infrastructure bond, that money is being borrowed specifically for infrastructure.
To construct a road.
Yes, to construct a road or a railway
or a hospital.
Yes.
So if you're interested in this
or
project,
a power plant, yes.
if you believe in the profits of this project, please come put your money with us.
Yes, exactly.
And then we shall be borrowing from you to build this road.
And pay you interest. Then when we finish the road, we'll give you back your money. We'll pay you back your money.
Wow.
Yes.
So do governments do this?
Governments do that. Worldwide, governments do that. But in Uganda, we've not yet had a specific infrastructure bond. Government just borrows treasury bonds in general, and then they allocate
can
their
disperse
money, and then they disperse it as they choose. But if you come for infrastructure, then it's specific for infrastructure.
Hey, what about our Muslim brothers and sisters? Is there anything for them?
Now, you know that for a long time we had forgotten our Muslim brothers and sisters because their faith does not allow them to invest in what we call interest-bearing instruments. But the good news now is, yes, we have developed regulations for what we call sukuk Islamic products, and we are starting with the sukuk bonds.
Wow.
Yes, so now, and the sukuk bonds are structured in a different way. They are compliant with the Islamic faith and the things that it complies to what they see as an investment. And so we are also calling out to those people who would like to raise money through sukuk bonds to come and do that. And it's not restricted only to our Muslim brothers and sisters, because in Tanzania and Zanzibar, when they issued their first sukuk, it was people of more people of other faith that subscribed more than even the Muslim brothers and sisters. So but it's made specifically so that we can include our Muslim brothers and sisters, because now we are talking financial inclusion. Why should we be leaving them out in this investment time?
Yes.
So we need to create products that also encourage them to make their money work for them.
Yes.
Yes. So that's how we brought along the sukuk guidelines.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now speaking about financial inclusion, this is the very last one, I promise. The financial inclusion for women. How would you speak to a woman deep down in Akapiripirit to come and participate in capital markets?
You know, there's no segregation in capital markets. Everybody can come to the capital markets. And we know that the women carry a big burden. Sometimes they're the ones running around for school fees.
Yes.
They're the ones running around to do small businesses that will fill the family and do that. So we also encourage the women to save. Yeah, to save. And they can save through these same products. And we know that some of the the players in the market have specific drives
Mm.
for the women to come and be able to participate in the capital market. So even when we talk about, we encourage the women to come, let them not feel intimidated. Yeah, let them have their small savings from their small businesses. Let them come and participate in the capital. There's no restriction whatsoever. It is free for all.
Free for all.
Yes.
Old, young, women, men, all faith, please come invest in the capital markets. This has been a very enriching topic. Thank you so much, Mrs. Josephine Ossiya, for joining us today. As a grandmother, I feel fulfilled, energized, empowered. I can go and invest at any of these different investment points that we've talked about, the products. I mean, I don't even know where to start from. But yes,
start with one.
I start with one.
Yeah, start with
I
one.
can't. Okay.
Yeah, start with one, and then you graduate.
Like I have a
Yes.
lot of money.
Yes.
I'll start with one, but now even my NSSF is coming out soon, so I can put it there. Okay. We shall see about that.
NSF will talk to you also how they can help you manage the money that you're going to get from them.
From them.
Oh yes, and
Yes.
NSF is a key player in the capital markets, by the way.
Oh.
They bought shares. So by virtue of you being a member of NSSF, NSSF has bought shares. They participate in the treasury bills. They participate in the bonds. So indirectly, the members of NSSF are participating in the capital markets. Oh, yes.
So my money that I invest in NSSF, they also invest it in capital markets.
Yes, they invest it in capital markets.
And it gets returns.
And it gets returns, and that's why they're able to pay you interest.
Yes, and that's why they declare returns every year.
Exactly.
Oh, because they invest the money.
They invest in the capital markets.
Wow. See, so I didn't want to end. Now I would not have got that. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. It's been explained to be capital markets like I am your grandmother and I have been the grandmother. Your one and only Lyn Tukei here. Please stay tuned. There'll be more shows on capital markets to get down. Actually, just comment and tell us what do you want to learn more of, and we shall be able to bring it to you like our grandmother. Now, CMA is the licensor, stroke regulator of the capital markets players here in Uganda. So the Capital Markets Authority not only regulates the capital market space, it also develops the capital market space through public education, investor education. And that is why we are empowering you with all the knowledge that you need to make an informed decision. Actually, at the Capital Markets Authority, we say that
an informed investor is a protected investor.
If you're informed, if you know all this information, then you're going to be protected from all the investment scams that may come up. So always remember, the Capital Markets Authority is here to protect your investments. We thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll catch you on the next one.